Very good morning, students. Hope you all be fine. Let us start the lecture. Now, this is the fourth lecture, and in the previous three of the lectures, we have discussed and we have made an understanding about what is accounting, what are the advantages, limitations, goals of accounting. And I said this is just an introduction to you. You need to catch up with your mind only what is account. But these things, this theory part is not included in your exam. Okay? Yes. So we are continuing our topic. So everyone on page number 7, accounting as a language of business. It is on page number 7 and today's topic is accounting as a language of business. Now friends, in our first lecture itself, I said that as you learn English, you need to know its grammar, its rules, and its way of making a sentence and a way of talking. In the same way, accounting has also some rules and regulations which are to be followed to record each of any transaction. So it is written that accounting as a language of business. Accounting को business का language क्यों कहा गया है? वो हम थोड़ा सा यहाँ समझने का ट्राई करें. Now, as you know, to make a sentence, you need a sentence structure for grammar part. In the same way, to record any of the transaction in accounting, you need some rules and regulations, and the same we are going to learn in our next chapters. But here they are giving that accounting is like a grammar of English. Okay, so this thing is explained. We are reading some of the part which is given here. That is very important, so I am reading it. Everyone, accounting is known as a language of business. Through accounting, information of business transactions is provided through language, either by writing or speaking or analyzing or interpreting. Any content is described or explained by one person to another. They are again giving the example of grammar part only, that if you know the grammar, you can say, you can convey, you can interpret to other people. For suppose if you are going to any foreign countries, now if you don't know proper English, then they cannot understand you what you are going to say there. In the same way, account has also such grammar thing, that first you need to know all the words, all the things, all the rules, and then only you can convey your things to accounts. This function is performed by accounting by providing information of business activities or results to the related parties. Language is used with its own predetermined norms. Accounting is also with predetermined rules. As I said, accounts will be having only such type of rules. Language has a feature of flexibility, hence time-based changes are incorporated in it. In accounting also time-based changes are incorporated. Friends, we know that the rules of grammar will be going on changing. Now suppose if I am giving you a simple example of writing a letter in English. First of all, in the previous days we need to write that address and name on this right hand side. But now some are writing on the left hand side, some are writing on the right hand side. Means the rules are going on changing and it is flexible with the people. Means people are knowing the latest rules. Same way, if you are knowing the rules of accounts for previous time, then they are also going on changing. As you know that there are small changes happening daily in our society. Now that changes, with that changes we all are living. Suppose in March month, the government announced that lockdown. So there are some rules for lockdown, we all were following. So we are flexible with that rules. Again, due to the time of unlock, new rules have come. We are again flexible with that. In the same way, if you are learning the accounting rules and principles, then there also will be a change and you need to be updated with that change. That thing they are telling. Which means that to run your business properly and to record your transaction in a proper way, you need to always be updated. Yes. In brief, accounting provides information to accounts, thus it works as a language. It provides information to the business, whether it is a historic information or it is a present information, it can provide any type of information to the business. So friends, I know that little bit this subject is new for us. Many of you, most of you, not many of you, most of you will be thinking that what these things are and ye kahan kaam aayega. No problem friend, this is a new thing for you. This introduction is important because you need to know what is accounting. Direct we cannot start the sums. You need to know something about this. So you take it as a little bit introduction. Okay. Next they are writing, is accounting a science or art? Now accounting a science or art? Now some of you may be thinking that we are in a commerce stream. Now why we need to know it is a science or it is an arts? This question is somewhat confusing and also interesting question about accounting, that accounting is a science or it is a art. Accounting comes under the commerce stream, but still we need to know that it is a science or it is a art. Now a simple answer is that accounting is a science and a art both. Friends, accounting is a science and a art too. Okay. Now you all may be thinking, why I am telling in such way? Okay. Taking some concept for science, अगर हम साइंस पढ़ते हैं तो उसमें क्या होता है? Suppose you have selected a science stream. Suppose you have selected now commerce stream, but suppose if you have selected science stream, तो उसमें क्या क्या आता है? Doctor means biology, then engineering, most of these two things. Suppose if you are an engineer, then there will be the rules and principles to follow. Now the best example is about Lenz's formula and all the chemistry formulas, all the metal denominations. All these things has some rules, means you cannot make your own rules, you have to follow the rules and principles which are given. So in science we have rules and principles as base. Now what I have said in the previous topic, accounting is a language of business. Why it is a language? It also has some rules and principles. Thus we are saying accounting is a science. Accounting is a science. Why accounting is a science? Science has its own rules and principles. In the same way, account has also its own rules and principles. Thus we can say that accounting is a science. Okay, friends? Now let us take the concept of art. In art, what you require basically is a skill. Friends, in science, you have rules and principles as base. In art, you have your skill as base. In my first lecture only, I said that if you want to become doctor, engineer, then you are taking science stream. If you want to become a journalist or a writer or in such a way, then you want to go for arts. Means art is based on skills, science is based on rules and principles. Now we understood this part that accounting is a science. Why it is a science? It has rules and principles. Now we will say that accounting is a art too. Now why is it a art? Because accounting requires your skill also, friends. You are knowing the rules and regulations properly, but if you don't have the skill to present it to everyone in a proper manner, then again it becomes a limitation. So we can say that accounting is an art. Now if you are not getting me in such a way, I can give you one more example for that. Suppose you are solving a sum for mathematics. Till 10th standard we have mathematics, and according to 90% students, mathematics is little bit difficult also. I also think that it is difficult, but it has skills and science, so we can focus on it. Now I was giving that example how to understand this thing. Now suppose you are solving a sum of maths. You are knowing properly its formula, but if you are not knowing the method to solve it, method means a type of skill. You know each and every formula, but you don't know how to apply that formula in that sum, then it is totally a limitation for you, friends. Thus we can say that not only knowing the rules, but also we should have some skills. Then only we can cope up with accounts or in any field. Thus, these things becomes clear that accounting is a science and a art for the business. Means this or is of no use. They are just asking to us, account is a science or account is a art. What we understood, account is a science, is an art, because we need both these skills. Okay, friends? Yes. Now we are having next topic on page number 7, qualitative characteristics of accounting information. Now this is just a simple concept to understand in your mind. We don't need to read anything of it, just we are looking for the points. This topic is for your understanding that accounting has such type of characteristics. Now what do you mean by characteristics? When we were learning objectives yesterday, I said objectives means goals. Now today we are talking about characteristics. So what do you mean by characteristics? Characteristics is nothing but characteristics are the features. Suppose you need to buy a mobile phone, then what you will see first? You will first see its features. In the same way, while learning accounting, what are its features? Goals we have understood. To record the information, to give information to everyone, for historical information, it will become as an evidence that everything is a goals. Advantages we have seen, disadvantages or limitations we have seen. But now we will see 4 such features or 4 such characteristics of accountants. Yes, first one is reliability. Characteristics of accounting. Now, reliability. Friends, looking at this word, most of you may be having some idea about the word reliable. Now, the word reliable means a trust. And here in accounting, the characteristic known as reliability refers a word reliable, which means trust. Now 10% idea everyone will be having, that while we are presenting or while we are writing or while we are writing our accounts, अगर हम हिसाब लिख रहे हैं, then the first and foremost feature which is to be followed is reliability, trust. I have given example in the previous 2 days before, that suppose in our shop we are having a accountant. Now the work of accountant is only to write the accounts and only to record the transactions. Now I have given an example for a sales of rupees 10,000. By mistake, if you are writing it as by mistake or knowingly or unknowingly you are writing it as 1,000, then remaining 9,000 is an error and it is a fraud. So the first and foremost feature of accounting is that reliability. You should present your account with full trust. We should try to do such frauds or errors. Okay. So reliability was the first feature. Next feature is relevance. Okay, friends, relevance refers to word relevant. Now, relevant means to the point. Reliability is a reliable or it is a trust, whereas relevance refers to word relevant. And relevant means to the point. In exam also, in the theory subjects, teacher says that you need to write your answer in brief. Now it is a general practice from lower standards, when we are seeing the word brief, write down very long answers. But friends, exactly, brief means in short and to the point. In the same way, accounting is also a thing which should be only relevant, which means you present the information which is relevant to the business only. No outside or extra information should be provided here. Now I am saying the outside information or the irrelevant information. This is relevant means to the point. Irrelevant means unnecessary things. Suppose in our business, knowingly or unknowingly, due to rain, there is some disturbance to the road. Or knowingly or unknowingly in the business, workers are fighting. Now you cannot present this fight of the work or business roads disturbance in accounting. Means you have to present such information which is only related to business and which can be measured in terms of money. No unnecessary things are to be present. Yes. Next is understandability. Now, understandability means to understand. You will present information which is understood by everyone. Accounting is an art. If you are presenting your things in an irrelevant manner or in such a manner that no one can understand, then again this becomes a great limitation to each and every people in the business. So it is required, a good accounting information requires understandability, means to understand. People need to understand your information very leniently and clearly. And the last, comparability. Comparability means to compare. Is very simple thing to understand. Suppose there are two business houses, A and B. Then the accounting information of both the house should be comparable to each other. A is presenting an information, B is presenting an information. Now if you need to compare both the business, then the accounting information should be such which is comparable. Means you have to follow the common rules. Business A will not decide the accounting rules, or business B cannot decide the accounting rules. They have to follow the generally accepted rules, like in grammar. Okay, so these are the characteristics: reliability, relevance, understandability, and comparability. Yes. Now the last topic, which is for understanding itself, and after that topic we are having an important small questions. And now see friends, on page number 8, users of accounting information. The accounting information of the business is used by whom? Which parties can use it? You need to only just know the names, and just it is over, because this thing is only for information. Management. What is management? Those who are controlling the business, those who are running the business is called management. So that management is users of your accounting information. Shareholders, number 2, and potential shareholders. Now first thing, that shareholders, it is a new word for you. What are shareholders? What is a share? That thing we will understand in the next chapter, but for now itself you remember, shareholders and potential shareholders means nothing, owners of the business. How they are owners, why they are owners, that I will explain in the next chapter, because this is a only simple concept to understand. Creditors. Creditors means nothing but to whom we need to pay. Creditors are payables, to whom we have to pay. Okay, they are also persons. Employees, you know, those who are working in the business, they are employees. Tax authorities. Tax authorities is government. Okay. Then customers. Now customers are the people from whom we have to receive the money, so it is receivables. Foreign entrepreneur. Now entrepreneur means businessman, all of you may be knowing, so they are also using the accounting information. Then next, regulatory bodies, again government bodies, gram panchayat or municipality. Professional bodies. Professional bodies are CA, then tax consultants, then all such people who are as a legal representative, okay, or advocates also. Then researchers and analysts. Researchers is for science. How commerce have researchers? Researchers means nothing, those who are doing some new things for the business, innovation for the business. And finally again the government. So these all are the users of our accounting information. The accounting information which we are providing, they are using our information. Okay, so friends, till this topic everything was just an introduction to you. These all things are not expected for the exam. These all things are to be understood only. Now on page number 10, terminology of accounting. Now from here the chapter is starting for us. From here there will be questions and answers. So today we are ending up our session here, and now today only I will send a permanent timetable, means there is so much fluctuation of time. So I will send a permanent timetable, so you all see that timetable and accordingly you attend my lectures, and no other lectures will come at that time. Okay, so tomorrow itself I will give some homeworks, and the main chapter is starting from here, terminology of accounting. This was all about an introduction of accounting. Okay.